Hi everybody, this is Robert here with more structural framing, Revit structure. We're going to look at creating a framing schedule. And this schedule is going to be used because sometimes you might find it necessary to include items such as bolts and stiffeners and schedules without adding them to the model. So we're going to work around this. We want to export the schedule from another file and import it that way. So the first thing we want to do here, while we're in this model, this is another one of those, the model we've been working on in structure. It comes from Elise Moss's Revit uh, structure, basic framing and documentation. So let's just go in and let's just select this member right here. And then we'll scroll down to identity and we can place a mark here. So let's just mark this guy here as C3A. And we'll apply that. Say okay. So now the next thing we want to do, we want to go and we're going to go to our insert tab. We want to link Revit. So we want to go in and link this file where we got all of our details. So we'll link this one here and we'll just open it. Once it comes in, there it is over there. We'll select this guy. There's all of our stiffeners and fittings. So we'll select it. And once we have it selected, we'll go here and say bind link. And then we'll say bind link options. We'll just attach details and say okay. And we'll get a warning and then we'll okay this as well. So we'll get a warning sign here and it can be ignored and we want to remove the link. So now we want to activate our view ribbon and go to schedules and quantities. So now we're here, we want to filter this out to just structure, which we have. Let's go down to structural framing. And here, we want to rename this C3 members. We'll press OK. Now, we need to add our fields. So we'll add count. We'll add our mark. We'll add description. And then we'll add a cut length. Now, once we have that done in the selected available fields from, which is here, we want to scroll this down and we want to say uh, structural material. And then we want to pick up structural material property set by name. Should be, yes, right there. And we'll add that over there as well. Now, the next thing we want to do over here, we want to hit our calculated value button here. And we'll type weight in the name field. And then we'll select percentage and numbers already picked up. And so now we want to select the button here. And we'll take our cut length. We'll say OK. Now, we want to type in the formula here. And we did this before. This is the formula for the weight, the calculated pounds. So let's go 1 times 490. Oops, sorry. Cut length divided by 1 times 490. And let's say okay. Oops, sorry, syntax here there. Let's back that up and we'll say okay. Okay, so now we have that all done. So the next thing we want to do is we want to verify that these fields are in the right order. We'll count. Yep, that looks good. So now let's go into our filter tab. And we want to sort by mark. No, I'm sorry. We want to be in the filter tab. Yep, and we want to filter by mark. And we want to say contains. And here we'll say C3. Next we'll go to our formatting tab. And we'll rename count to quantity, Q2Y. QTY, I'm sorry. And we want to align this to center. Next, we want to pick up our structural material property name set. And we want to change that to steel grade. Okay. And we want to align this also to center. Next, we'll select our weight. And here we'll just say pounds. Weight pounds, LBS. And we'll align this one as well to the center. Okay, now we have our formatting done here. So now we want to select the field format here. And then we want to uncheck the default settings. And in the units, we want to use fixed units here. And we want to do this by 1 decimal place. And we'll say okay. Now, we're still in here, so let's go to appearance. And now we'll set the grid lines. We want to grid in headers and footers and spaces. We'll select that. And we'll show, let me see now here, we'll show headers. And we'll show a title and header text. Let's make our header text 1/4 inch. Make it nice and big. Our body text will be 1/8 of an inch. And let's say okay. And see what we got here. So there's our schedule. So let's just move on here. Now, Let's activate our view ribbon again. And we want to go schedule and quantities, and let's select this other schedule here. Now, we want to filter the structure again, and we're there. So we'll type, we'll go down, we'll go down here to stiffeners for our imported. It should be here somewhere. Structure. There they are, stiffeners. And here we want to type the name for this. We'll call it C3 reinforcements. We'll press OK. Now, we want to go and do our and select our fields. So we want to go count again. We want to mark description, length, and material. Now let's go to our sorting and grouping for this one. And this one will sort by mark. And it'll be ascending. Then by none. We'll select grand totals here. And we won't itemize every instance in this case. So next we'll select our count from our formatting tab. Go to count. Uh-oh. Forgot to add count. So let's just go back to our fields. Yeah, we did. We had cost. We want count there. So let's just move that guy back and go to count. There we go. And we'll move him up. There. So now back in our formatting, we want to call count quantity. And we want to align this to the center. Next we'll highlight our mark. Okay. And we want to align mark to the center as well. And then we want to select material. And we'll change the name to of the material to steel grade. And we'll align that to the center as well. Now, okay, so we've got everything here. So highlight our length now. And we'll select the field format. Want to disable this. And we want to make this to the nearest 16th of an inch. And let's say OK. Now let's go to our appearance tab. So we want these two schedules to meet up. right together. So we will go for graphics. We'll select grid line, outline. We will share grid in headers and footers. Text. We'll uncheck this one. And for a header, let's say Arial 1/8. And our body text will be 1/8. And let's say OK. So there's our other schedule. Now, let's go into our project browser here and let's open up this assembly here, C1E2. And let's pick a sheet. Where's this sheet here? So let's just take this sheet right here. Now we have our sheet. So let's go in and just take our detailed plan view. There it is right there. Let's drag and drop it on the sheet. Now there's our view. It's still a little big. So let's just activate this view and scale this down to 1/4 inch. Let's deactivate it and move it right about there. Should work. There. Okay, now let's set the activate this view again, and let's set this to fine so we can see our members. There we go. Now let's go pick up our schedules that we created. Okay, these are our members, our C3 members. We have to deactivate that first. So now we can put it in there. There we go. A little cross and move. There's our C3 members. Let's just stretch this out a little bit. Now let's pick up our reinforcements. And let's just drag this out as well. So you see how we did that? I'll move that back a little bit. So now we have our schedule. So let's just go, let me show you one thing here. Let's go back into the 3D view. And let's add some new marks here. So for this one, let's give this a mark of down in identity. Make this C3B. Make this one C3C. This one will be C34. Now, if you go back into our schedule, or let's just window tile this guy. And there's our schedule as we picked up the extra members. So once you do that, the schedule's set up to pick up all that information. So we did that one first, and we went back to do the others. So anyway, this is just a brief exercise on framing and showing you how to import a schedule from another file. So hey folks, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or any comments or any additions, please feel free to um, send me an email. And hope you to subscribe to this because it helps me out a lot. Thanks again and have a good one. Bye.